Well, hello everybody. So this again is, if you had some trouble with 2.2, I'm just going to give you some suggestions of some answers. So you had to make up a different set from 2.1 of the 6 households that have a mean of 4. So again, remember, when it has a mean of 4, that means we've distributed the 4 to every one of those. So in theory, let me get my pencil. No, I need to pause because, no, my pencil. Yeah, okay. So, before 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Again, so if I have 6 fours, I have a total of 24 people that I just need to redistribute. So your answer is going to be completely different from mine probably, and there's many different combinations. We just need to make sure that your answers add up to 24. So maybe I chose a family of 3, a family of 7, a family of 2, a family of 4, a family of 5, and a family of 3. Okay, and that should get me to 24. I did that quickly. So that's 10, 16, 19, 24. Good. So that could be one aspect of it. Again, there's many different combinations. Just add up your numbers to make sure they equal 24. Then the next one said a group of 7 students. So now instead of the 6 family households, now we have 7 households, and their mean is 3. So again, to get us started, that, if every house had the same amount, each house would have 3, okay, 7 times, which is 21. So now we have 21 people that we need to distribute. And again, there's a variety of different answers. So your numbers aren't going to be, excuse me a second, my phone's going off. Okay, so back to this. I know wasn't a long pause for you, but it was for me. So 21, I just have to distribute those 21 people in any way that I want to make up a data set that fits this description. So, maybe I have 4 people, 3, 3. So that gets me 10, 15, 18, 20, and maybe there's a house of 1. I don't know. One person in the house. Although if it's 7 students, I probably should maybe redistribute this and give it this a 4 and this a 2. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact that what you needed to do was to say that if it was the mean, then my 3 would be distributed evenly among everybody, all 7 households. So that's 21 people. So then this could be my data set. Your data set could be completely different. So yours is going to look different, but the idea of what we're going to do now will be the same. It said make an ordered value bar graph. So again, I need to make the bars in order. So my first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I had a family of 4. It was my biggest family. I had another family of 4. Okay, I had 3 families of 3. Do that real quick for you. And then 2 families of 2. And then for me to make my dotted line, my dot plot, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go up to 5. You can go up to whatever you want. But I had 2 families of 2, 3 families of 3, and 2 families of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you want to have 7 dots. So you should have 7 bars and 7 dots. Again, your numbers might be different. Then it said at the bottom, spread this out a little bit, explain how you can find the following on your graphs, each person's household size. So for that, on my double line graph, basically it's where the end point is. So on the, I'll say double line graph, you don't need to see me here, you write everything out. It would be the end point of the graph. And then obviously in my dot plot, each person's household size is written on the bottom that lines up with the dot. Total number of households, you would just count the bars and count the dots. Count the bars, count the dots. Total number of people combined in the household. Okay, well, you would add the values of the bars. Again, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2 gives me 21. Here, I have 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 4. Add them up, and that also gives me 21. So again, we had 21 here. 7 households, 21. How can you use the information to find the mean? A few different ways. If I'm looking at the picture, remember the other day we took and we needed to even out our bars. So I'm going to take from my longest, okay, and I'm going to cross that one out and say I am now putting that down on one of my shortest. Okay, so that's where it is. I'm taking from my longest and putting it down on my shortest. And again, where do they end up? They end up here, okay, at a distance of 3. This one's not as, again, we would move 1 over, 1 over, 1 over, like we had done before, not as fast, or it wouldn't be something I would choose to do, but it is a way that you can find the mean. And then the third way, again, I have 21 total people, and I am splitting it among 7 households. Again, split, if we think, is division. So 21 households split among 21 people split among 7 households gives us 3, which is our mean. Okay, so keep that in mind as we keep moving forward. So now here's an interesting one. Okay, we've been dealing with whole numbers. So I have a group of 6 students, has a mean of 3.5 people per household. Now you might be asking yourself, well, that's impossible. How could I have half a person? And that's true. However, in statistics, people do say the mean could be 3.5 people, meaning it's not exactly 3, it's not quite 4 people, but it's obviously somewhere in the middle of 3.5. So it's on average more than 3 people. So how do we figure out how to do this? Well, same way. Remember, each one, if I even them out, would have 3.5. So if we think of my Legos, I would have 3 and then half a Lego. So 3.5, 6 times. 3 and 1/2, 6 times. Okay, or we can say, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, that's 18. A half and a half is a whole, a half is a whole, a half and a half is a whole. 1, 2, 3 plus 3 wholes is 21. Or we can do it numerically. Okay, I need to make it 7 halves times 6. Okay, multiply my numerators, I get 42. Multiply my denominators, I get 2. That simplifies to 21. So again, I actually have 21 people that I need to redistribute here. Could be any combination. We could have used the same combination from the page before. Let's maybe do something a little bit different. So maybe 3, 3, 5, 2, and 5. Where does that get me? 18 and 3. Right? So basically, again, what we're doing is the idea of the mean is that everything, if you're given the mean, that everything was equal. Okay? So again, I had 3.5, 6 times. So therefore, we had 21 people that we distributed. So the dot plot below shows the household sizes for a group of 8 students. It wants to do the median, the mode, the range, and the mean. Right? So we got median, mode, range, mean. So let's start with the easiest. Mode. The one that occurs the most is 4. 4. Range. My highest data value is 10. My lowest data value is 2. So that is a range of 8. Okay. Median. It says I have 8 students. So I have 8 dots. So remember, when we're finding the median, it's an even number. So half the even number is 4th position. But even, it's between two positions, so it's going to be between the fourth and the fifth position. 1, 2, 3, 4 is here, and 5 is here. The value of those dots is 4, so my median is 4. Now, finally, the mean. Well, if I could do the dot movement, okay, but again, I have 8 students. Okay, I have 8 students. Okay, and what are my values here? Okay, so let's think of it this way. We have, let me go here now a little bit lower. Okay, so we have a 2, a 3, a 4, a 4, a 4, a 5, an 8, and a 10. So let's kind of work what we did backwards here. Here we needed to find the total and then split them up, right? We had the total and then split them up to equal the total. So down here, let's find the total. Okay, how many people do we have in total? Okay, so we're going to add that up. So when we add these numbers up, okay, the sum equals 40 people. So now we have 40 people. And we said we're distributing them now among the 8 students. Okay, so we're distributing them we're splitting among the 8 families. So 40 divided by 8 gives me 5. So my mean is going to be 5. So again, we needed to know up here what our total people was. So down here, we know we have this data set, but I'm saying, okay, how many people do I need to redistribute into the different columns, right? We're taking my Legos and I'm redistributing it. So I found the sum, and then I redistributed it among the 8 families. So if we evened out all the families, we would have 5 people in a family.